you know what I've been using a lot? Marketplace.
Oh.
Like I'm all into. Like I love looking for a good bargain on Marketplace. I bought. Do you know most of the house that I've done up is on Marketplace.
Oh.
I can't wait to come over actually.
Okay.
So much of it. Like when you don't have a job and when you have income coming in and you just do a house up, you're like, shit, where do you look? And actually, some of the best places to look is Marketplace. I can't wait to come actually about it. Like so the chairs, so the dinner table. I bought the dinner table, fine. I bought it from Maid. I love Maid. Maid is my thing. Like Maid is like if you.
I love Maid.
I
love Maid.
like Maid.com describes my style.
Okay.
If you know what I mean.
Oh.
I like simplicity.
Yeah,
I like Maid is
it's
me.
So
I'm Maid.
Yeah.
I'm Maid.com. Like if I could have my entire house made from Maid.com, it would be if I could afford it.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
You can, right?
I
Like.
can see that now. Yeah.
Um.
I can see that.
So I was trying to go for that, which is really weird actually, because I was going for that without having to pay Maid.com prices. I did buy the dining table from them. I did, and I bought it obviously on their good old discount days. Don't you worry, I'll get my discount here. Got like £150 knocked off it. So I bought that, but the chairs I wanted from them as well, but they were just too expensive. I was like, I can't. I didn't have the money to like spend on them. But I found a replica on Marketplace.
Okay.
I was just on it one evening, and they were selling it for £20 a piece. That looks exactly like the chair I was looking at, but it was £200 for two. It was £100 a chair, and I saw it for £20. I was like, I'm gonna go for this. I just said yes. I'll take all 6. She had 8, and I took 6. Should have taken 8. Took 6, and she was like, yeah, come in. And then weirdly, it was a pickup right near my old flat, like in Bermondsey, and I was like, this is very bizarre. So I was like, I'll be there tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. It was like, really? It was 8 o'clock at night. She posted at 8 p.m.
Wow.
I said yes at 8:20, and then by 9 o'clock I was like, I'll be there 12 hours. Literally, I'll be there at 9 a.m. because I will not let this go. Got there, trying to shove six chairs into a TTRS. I was like, a TT? How am I gonna get this? She's like, I was like, no, I get these 2 or 3. I'll make 3 trips. The chairs are worth 150 quid. Like, I don't even give a shit. I'll make the trips. So literally, I've both back. They're beautiful.
Did you come back the same day?
Yeah, I came back. I went back. I only managed to fit like 3 into the car. Because like TT's got a small car.
Yeah.
So I shoved them in. And then drove all the way back to Surrey, dropped them off. They had to go work. I was like, I'll be back after work. Don't let them go. The chairs go. I'm going to pay for them. I'm going to give them cash. I was like, okay, whatever. I'm coming back. So I went work, came back at 6 o'clock and picked the rest of them up. And honestly, it was the best bargain. £20 a chair. That chair is worth nearly 150 quid a chair. It's mad. I've done loads like that, by the way. I've done a lot of the house is done that way. I bought like the whole bed. And then I scratched it on transport home, which is my fault. And then I had to I've learnt loads. I've learned how to sand, like take the bed apart, sand, paint, sand, undercoat, and paint, put it together. So I literally remade the whole bed. So I've learned a lot on the way, like for DIY, and I've completely upcycled it. Now I feel like I bought it for 50 quid, and I could probably sell it for 100. The colour's really nice. It's like a, you know how everyone loves navy blue.
Yeah.
It's like a bluey green. It's really nice. And that's like, literally, I did it all, and I was like, I could sell this now for double the price. I paid for it, but I did put. It was 3 whole days of sanding. I'm not sure I enjoyed 3 days of sanding.
That's nice.
But yeah, no, I really enjoyed the home furnishing. Which is why I know so much about plates.
Makes sense. I had this. So in the same flat, my first flat, I was looking for a desk for my iMac.
Where's your iMac?
Sold it as well. Yeah, that was a how do I say this? That was an interesting part of my life.
I don't know about this.
Probably no.
No, I don't think I do.
So I sold that.
You said everything.
Yeah, I sold everything. except for like the very few handful.
Do you know what? I really forget you're like an Apple guy.
Yeah. I mean, they make quality stuff. So. They do.
I'm so anti-Apple. I don't understand how you're my friend. I'm so anti-Apple.
Why?
All your products are Apple.
No, just laptop, phone.
But we've had this conversation for a long time. Like, just like, I've always said, well, why do you have an Apple phone? Crazy, I've got your laptop's Apple. So yeah, no matter
I had this. So I was looking for a desk. So I went to IKEA, looked everywhere. I drove to IKEA as well, like to actually feel the desk and how am I going to like work on this and is it the right height?
It's IKEA desk. It was the same.
No, they had different types, different colors. I wasn't happy. Then I went on Made and I saw the one. Oh, I have pictures of it. I'll show you.
You gotta show me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just.
You did not sell it, did you?
Yeah, I sold it as well. But I sold it for a good price.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Made products go really well.
Yeah, I sold it for a good price. I think the person who bought it knew as well that was.
I'm glad for that sense, but I can't believe you sold it.
Yeah, I sold it. It is.
I even bought
quality.
So they had these like sofa beds on their website, and this is one that I love. It's like velvet green. I was like, I love this. This is so expensive. Like, why am I gonna spend £400, £350 on a sofa bed? Like, for a guest. So, that comes very often these days because of COVID anyway. So like, the guests aren't really coming into the house often. It's not really going to repay very well. So my accountancy coming out.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, but I love them. I really want them. And I found somebody selling them on Facebook Marketplace, and I was like, oh, I want this. This is the one. Like, I love them. My boys, I got them. I drove all the way to fucking Perryvale. Right.
Where's Perryvale?
Like North West London. I live like in Surrey. So like it's like an hour and a half journey for some sofa beds, which by the way almost killed me because I brought two of them. So she was selling them for like a really like cheap price. I was like, what is she doing? Like they were like she'd only bought them in April, and I think she really should it because I feel bad saying this actually. She bought them, she's like, oh, they're just not like they're not what I thought they would be, and I was like, oh, fair enough, okay, like exactly what I want, so I'll take them. So when I got home, I realised she did. So the bed, so it's a sofa bed.
Okay, go on.
You know I go with this, right?
I have a feeling.
So the sofa bed's gorgeous, right?
Yeah.
It looks lovely. But then when you take it out to a bed, the two ends come down, but that's because they've got extra extendable legs which you have to open up to get them down, so it's flat.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think what she realised is they're not visible because they're zipped in, but really like in a way where it's very discreet. So when I opened it, I did open it, and I realised when I opened it out, she'd never opened that bit because it had foam around it and it had a plastic around it. So I was like, this has never been opened. And I knew she'd only had it 2 months because she said I've only had it a few months and it's not.
It's not washing.
But I was like, she's never opened this bit out. So what she's done, just opened it, and the whole bed went this way. Like bed is like, so the bed's like this, but then it went like that because obviously it hasn't got the legs to support it. And when I opened the legs out, they had plastic foam, everything. I was like, has this ever been opened? Like, I'm not sure it's ever been used. And then it was completely fine. But by that time, she'd really sold it to me.
Yeah.
For like a really good price. And I was like, I'll take that. Because I understand why you're selling both of them. I really like. She sold both of them for like less than 250 quid, and I was like, they're worth 350 each.
Bargain.
So I bargained, took them.
Bargain.
Oh my god, trying to get them in a car, by the way, it's another story. Like trying to get. I thought for a moment it was never gonna fit. I don't know how it fit into the car. Got them home, and I was like, this woman's crazy. Like she's just sold them because and I felt really bad after because I think she didn't realise she never saw those legs open.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, her loss. Lucky. So I got them from Made into the house too. So like the house is just all made, and I got the drawer. I got some cupboards from them as well. I got them on their bank holiday weekend special. I was like, yes.
Yeah. I looked at cupboards just way outside my price range. I was like, okay, I'm going to
yeah.
with
You know what? Yeah. So one of the cupboards are really out of my price range, but I just love them. I was like, I love them too much. I want them. I was like, I want them, so I got them. But pretty much that's it really, because the rest of everything else is very expensive. Everything else has been secondhand. Just the table and I bought two things on their website, but the rest of it's all secondhand. Yeah. And actually it's a great way, because a lot of people also don't realise, like it's a great way of actually buying things and not paying full price for it. Like some people don't realise how good the good stuff you can get off that marketplace. There's, especially where I live, people are just trying to sell stuff because they don't want it. I don't care how much they get from it.
They've had.
Yeah. And there's also some idiots that live around me that just have far too much money and just don't give a shit. And that's not going to charity shops.